What's up, people? J-Dub here, giving a few thoughts on the latest edition of Monday Night Raw and also a preview of Capitol Punishment. Make sure you rate this video thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. Also, make sure you check out a few links that I've included down in the description box below. Facebook.com/JDubYT and Twitter.com/JDubShow. If you haven't checked those out already, go ahead and do so. And there is a link to voting for the Dubbies down in the description box also. The winners will be revealed along with much more on the biggest episode of the SideShow ever this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on JDubShow.com. So this was the big 3-hour All-Star show with Stone Cold Steve Austin as a guest GM. Of course, he was entertaining as he always is. He had a couple of great segments with The Miz and also CM Punk. Speaking of CM Punk and Stone Cold, before they ever got on screen together, I knew that was a match made in heaven because they're like complete opposites, but they mesh so very well together. Here we have CM Punk, straight edge, no drugs, no alcohol, and on the other hand, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, he's been throwing back beers for years, so that just fits right in. There's a ready-made story there in case WWE ever wanted to pull the trigger on something like that. And we have, you know, all of this stuff going on with John Cena and The Rock preparing for WrestleMania 28 next year. Wouldn't it be great for Stone Cold to come back to WWE for one more match and have that match be with CM Punk? That feud would be absolutely amazing. And we saw a little bit of the potential that it had on this last episode of Raw, and it just made me want to see more. So hopefully that is something that can happen in the future. I would love to see Stone Cold in the ring with anybody again in a match, but with CM Punk, that would be perfect. But on to today and what's actually happening. Capitol Punishment, they had to build up for that show on Monday Night Raw. It was solid. I'm enjoying the build up of some of the matches, but one thing that I have to say, I absolutely hate those little dream sequence promos that they're doing with President Obama. That shit is so horrible, corny, cheesy, and lame, and I can just imagine the creative team, whoever came up with that, backstage just laughing like they struck a gold mine. And seriously, that shit is just bad. It's really bad. Like, I can't imagine anybody sitting at home saying, well, I'm not too sure about ordering Capitol Punishment. Oh, really? Obama had a press conference about it? Oh, I have to order it now. Like, who is actually sitting at home and they're basing their decision to order the show based off of those stupid-ass press conferences? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, really? If you are, you need to get your head examined. But, you know, to each his own. But despite the little stupid marketing strategy, this could turn out to be a pretty good show. I'm enjoying the build up for a few of the matches, but my number one has to be Randy Orton versus Christian. It's my favorite storyline going on in WWE right now because it took a full month just to set the stage of what's going on right now, and I absolutely love slow burning feuds like that in WWE. Christian's heel turn and also his, you know, evolution as a main player in WWE have been great, but to be honest, the thing that I'm loving the most about this feud, it proved that I was right. Seriously, go back and watch the video I made about Christian losing the world title while everybody else was ranting and raving and talking about boycotting and saying, oh, screw you, WWE, and da-da-da-da, you know, saying all of this crazy stuff. I was calm, cool, and collected, and I looked at the bright side of things. I said this could possibly be the best thing that's ever happened to Christian, and look at him now. And actually, you know, a lot of people were talking crap to me. Like, I had one person say, oh, fuck you, J-Dub, yo, you're sticking up for WWE. I knew you would be making excuses for them kiss ass, and I had all types of people saying stuff like that to me, but turns out I was right in the end. And because look at where Christian is now. He's opening and closing the episodes of SmackDown. No matter what happens in the show, win or lose, at the end of the night, he's the one that everybody is discussing, and come this Sunday, it will mark his third pay-per-view in a row where he will be in a world title match. And some people had the nerve to say WWE was burying Christian. If this is what WWE considers a burial, then I would suggest that they bury John Morrison also. While you're at it, go ahead and get the shovel and go to work on Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes. Hell, bury Drew McIntyre 6 fucking feet under. But in reality, it isn't a burial. It's the exact opposite. It is the biggest push of Christian's career, which I did call a month ago in my video, and I also said in that video that even without the World Championship, Christian was still the focus of Friday Night SmackDown. And just so happens on the last episode of SmackDown, what were the last words everybody heard before the broadcast went off air? It's all about Christian, and that it is. But it remains to be seen if or when he'll get his world title back. Could Sunday be the night that it happens? Who knows? Let me know what you think about that down in the comment section below. On to another guy that's getting buried in WWE, Alex Riley. He and The Miz had a Piper's Pit segment on the last episode of Raw. I wish they would have kept the focus on The Miz and Alex Riley and their feud and their match this Sunday at Capitol Punishment instead of going the route of having Piper actually compete in a match. Now, don't get me wrong, it was great to see him competing in a match, but I don't believe that it did anything substantial to advance Miz versus Alex Riley. It was more so to promote the WWE All-Stars game and the whole generation versus generation thing that they have going on in the game. So I guess that took precedent over the actual feud. But I'm still looking forward to the match, and it just amazes me to stand back and look at everything that Alex Riley is accomplishing and everything that he's doing in such a short span of time. Like, take into account, he had a big face turn on the former WWE champion. He got to beat him up for a couple of weeks in a row. Then he got put into a high-profile match, tag team partnered up with the WWE champion. Then on this last episode of Raw, we had Stone Cold Steve Austin giving Alex Riley recognition. You know, had this been anybody else of like Alex Riley's caliber, somebody like Stone Cold would be like, who the hell are you? But Stone Cold was actually giving him props and talking about how big of a star he could be and all of this stuff. And now Alex has, I believe, his first pay-per-view match this Sunday, and his versus the same dude who was in the main event of WrestleMania and actually won the main event of WrestleMania. So that's a lot happening very soon, and it's amazing, but then it's unbelievable at the same time. But it is actually happening, and I wish him the best of luck this Sunday. Like I said in my last video, he has a big test ahead of them. This match with The Miz this Sunday, it could be that big test, and I'm hoping, you know, he has a great showing, and of course, Miz hoping he has a great showing too. You know, I'm wishing both of them luck, but, you know, of course, Miz has to get the win in the end. On to other matches at Capitol Punishment so far. CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio. I'm getting the sense that this storyline isn't really important in the grand scheme of things. I mean, they've had some good matches with each other these last couple of weeks on Raw, but I feel as if they're relying more so on their history together instead of, you know, trying to create a new reason why they're feuding now. But they've torn the house down plenty of times before in the past, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to do it once again this Sunday at Capitol Punishment. Big Show versus Del Rio. I like the angle where Big Show got ran over by the car. Then he just returned on this last episode of Raw and he completely beat down Ricardo Rodriguez. So the anticipation of him getting his hands on Alberto Del Rio is very high. But as for the match itself, I'm not expecting too much. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. These guys previously feuded on SmackDown over the Intercontinental Championship, and, you know, they've had some entertaining matches, so I know that they can work well together, so I'm expecting good things from their match this Sunday. But you know how sometimes when a championship division isn't doing so well in WWE, you can say that you forgot who the champion is. To be completely honest, I forgot the whole damn United States Championship. Like, I forgot the belt even existed. That's how irrelevant the thing is right now. So they really need to turn things up, especially in this feud, because I'm kind of feeling that it's missing a spark. I mean, they ran video packages for the two guys these last couple of weeks on Raw, but, you know, other than that, there's not much going on for me to really latch on in this feud. Ezekiel Jackson versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship. Don't really care about this match. Big Zeke does nothing for me as a face, and Wade Barrett, to be honest, I'm kind of down on him a little bit because of the whole core thing. Like, I can't stand the core, but it looks as if that thing is over with, so hopefully Wade Barrett can move on to bigger and better things. Finally, we have the WWE Championship match, R-Truth versus the champion, John Cena. R-Truth, once again, he was impressive this week, and he's going into Capitol Punishment with all of the momentum on his side. This build up for this match, it's been entertaining. You know, it's been kind of silly at some points with R-Truth and his little shtick that he's going through. I would definitely give the edge to the world title match going over on SmackDown over this one, because the SmackDown one is more serious and it's more compelling than what's going on in Monday Night Raw. But speaking of both, world title pictures on SmackDown and Raw. I'd like to get you guys' thoughts on this, because I hear a lot of people say that they want WWE to push new stars. They want to see new faces in the main event scene. Well, now on this pay-per-view, we have two not so conventional choices for contenders to world titles in R-Truth and in Christian. So what do you guys think about that? Like, do you even notice it? Do you even care? You know, on one side of things, they are new. Technically, they are new to the main event scene in WWE, but they're veterans in the business and they've been around the block many, many times. So what do you guys think about that? Like, do you still want to see something new, like really, really new in the main event scene in WWE? And also, I've always wanted to ask this question to people to see what they think, you know, about things like this. When you say you want to see somebody new in the main event scene, we have Christian, we have R-Truth. Does it matter if they lose? Like, would you still give credit for WWE for even putting them in the matches, even if at the end of the day they come up empty-handed? Like, they are going against the two golden boys in WWE, Randy Orton and John Cena. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that. And yeah, I guess that's where I'll end this video. Oh, how could I forget about the Divas? Thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure you join me on the SideShow this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Biggest episode of the SideShow ever. I am J-Dub. Peace out. Also, make sure you check out a few links down in the description box. YouTube.com. Well, y'all are on YouTube. Scratch that. I'm kind of sleepy right now. Why was I about to say it again? Facebook.com/JWYT, and make sure you rate this video thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. Also, make sure you rate this video thumbs up. Did I just say that? I think I did. What the hell? Make sure you rate this video thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. Also, make sure you rate this. I just said that. I'm still looking forward to the match, though. Did I really say though? Lord, I've been watching too many R-Truth promos.